Hey, it's Angus Fairbairn of Boss Fitness, and welcome to this video where I'm going to be sharing with you something pretty cool, which is focusing on the aspect of weight loss motivation and how a common thing you've likely been thinking is actually an entirely a myth. So too often what I hear, and by too often I mean like, even just casually standing in the line at the petrol station, or hearing the chit chatter by ladies at the gym on the treadmill, is that I hear people say, I feel like I know what I need to do to lose weight, but I just struggle with the motivation to put it into place and to actually do it. So the funny thing here is that a statement like that isn't actually true, meaning that you actually do have the motivation within you. You do know, you do have that actual desire to succeed. But if you find yourself in the place where you maybe actually don't have a strong desire to build a tight and toned body, to move out of this place of pain and just holding on to this excess weight and whatever, if you don't actually have a strong enough desire, well then what I'd suggest first is you actually get that sorted before you actually seek to pursue your goals any further. Reason being there is because your desire and your keenness to, make it happen in terms of going from where you are now to where you want to be, forms what I call your why. So basically, let's say, for example, that your dream body is sort of like a dream house. And any sort of good house will be built upon a solid foundation, or in this case, on rock solid concrete. So it's as if that if you don't have your strong why set up, well then it's as if you're building your dream house upon just say like some sand or just normal ground, meaning that as soon as hard times come, as soon as elements come, whatever it may be, your dream house is going to be set up for failure and it's just going to fall over. So we want to make sure that your why and your strong desires to succeed will basically form the foundation of everything moving forward. So you've got your why sorted, you've got your strong desire, and you find yourself in just, a cycle of inconsistency and, maybe just, stuck in a bit of a rut. So you're applying yourself, you're cruising along, and you feel like you're just kind of going through the motions. So what you need to be doing here to actually raise your game so that you're no longer feeling in a state of just subpar is to simply, yes, you've got your desire, but what you need to do now is build some fresh disciplines. So seek out what isn't serving you well, okay, in terms of sabotaging attitudes, sabotaging habits, whatever it may be. Seek out what isn't serving you well and seek out ways that you can be, sort of replacing them with new habits and new disciplines. So what this will mean is, not being so hard upon yourself as you implement these, okay? Don't put unnecessary pressure upon yourself. What you want to be doing instead is replacing those things with new things that are actually going to serve you forward. So this is called, an avenue of being optimistic. So, so let's say, for example, that you slept in and you missed your gym session in the morning altogether. Let's say that it's the end of the day and work has been pretty intense. You're telling yourself that you're going to go to the gym, but yet you find yourself at the end of the day sitting down on the couch with your feet up, munging on a tub of ice cream. Yeah, we've all been there. I've done that before as well. But typically, what happens is that in response to those things happening, you're self-critical. You get really down on yourself. You feel guilty, and you're kind of just giving yourself a kick up the bum, just going, "Why'd you do that? Why'd you do that?" And for this exact example, this is exactly why people will turn towards going to see people to torture themselves in boot camp. Get amongst Weight Watchers and Light and Easy to make it easier for them because they're lacking in that motivation. So you're seeking the wrong sort of avenues. What I'd really suggest is to make sure that instead of looking for these external sources, is just to seek out ways to find it within yourself. So one of the best ways, amongst these other things that I've shared, is just to make sure that you're actually, as I said before, optimistic. Okay. Going from that is just making sure that you aren't, adding that weight upon your shoulders when you know that you've stuffed up. Instead, seek out the meaning behind it, or seek out the learning that you can actually, digest, engage from that happening. This is something which I've found heavily beneficial in my own life because, I'm someone that's action-oriented and action-focused, but as part of that action will come mistakes and stuff-ups as well as wins, okay? It's not just win all the time because no one's perfect. But some of the most successful people in the world and some of the healthiest people in the world you will find are people who are just, they're full of self-love in the fact that they know that as they take action that they will be stuffing up, and amongst those stuff-ups you're actually looking for the learnings that you can sprout out and take from that happening, okay? And if you're someone that is looking at it that way, you'll find that your journey will become a heck of a lot more easier to remain consistent because of the fact that you're continuously staying happy, positive, certain, optimistic, and from all these mistakes that are happening, they will happen less and less, but also the times that they happen, you'll be winning from it because you're seeking from the learning within it, okay? So you can see here that this is a big jump and a big difference between just say someone who is whinging about things and being sort of limited in their thinking and being I guess a bit of a knuckle dragger within what they're doing and sort of just going, oh, I wish I had this, I wish I had that. But instead we're switching towards creating that own motivation, knowing that you can learn from everything you're basically doing and from the actions that you're taking. So a big step between the two. But if you find that you are someone who is just lacking when it comes to just the zing and your consistency to take action, you find is just subpar because you're yet to find something that you can apply yourself to, which is sustaining you in the long term. Well, then what I'd really encourage you to do is just to click below. Okay, you'll see a link which will take you directly towards the Female Fat Loss Ultimate Guide to losing fat and toning muscle. This is something which I've created and spent many man hours putting into to make it as simple to digest as possible for those who are looking for a bit of a kickstarter into how to shift from just weight loss and eating clean and getting nowhere into fat loss, understanding how it works and how you can actually really go towards tightening and toning your body rather than just sort of building what I call a bit of a skinny fat type physique. So get amongst that, click the link below, you're going to absolutely love it. Here's a nice little cool picture of what you can expect to see. It's on mega special for $9 at the moment to make it as easy as possible for you to get amongst, and some big learnings in store for you as you do that. But if you're someone who feels like you need a bit more of a one-to-one type approach and someone that can just hear you out and keep you accountable and not absolutely torture you and hammer you for stuffing up or for doing things, but just to come alongside you and support you and show you the love that you need to succeed and just to gain all the knowledge that comes with having a successful transformation, well then click below as well, or just get in touch for a Dream Body Breakthrough Discovery call. Absolutely love to offer these to people who are serious about getting results, serious about achieving their best version of themselves, but they're just stuck with the how. By the way, if you've got any questions about any of this stuff, or if you'd just like to share some love in regard to a comment below, I'd really appreciate it. By the way, I'll see you next time, and thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.